we were looking at polarities and opposites. And what became more conscious is that we were operating with, that there was an existing unity. And in an existing unity, things are already connected. And we had come to a place in our own contemporary times, in our political times, where polarities were destructive. We can't figure out how to get the poor and the rich, the black and the white, the Republicans and the Democrats. Polarities is the enemy, and now we want to fix polarities without any idea of what that means, or what that, that's not what needs to be fixed. And so we were working intuitively with this idea of something that was already whole. And how could we use polarities as a way to reveal the wholeness?
One of the polarities that we used was spiritual retreat and leadership training. So if it was only a leadership training, being very explicit about what are the objectives and what are the outcomes and what you can expect from this experience, the expectation for that would have been there. But I think that the fact that we also call it a spiritual retreat probably gave us a little bit more permission to acknowledge that we were inviting mystery. Mm-hmm. And that if you were saying yes, that there was going to be an inner inquiry or an inner exploration that only you could answer, that you will receive it from the outside. So I think that created another very fruitful creative tension, because there was definitely intentionality and there was definitely concepts and frameworks and tools that we used. Mm-hmm. And we had a very specific design. So the no agenda for the participants didn't mean no agenda for us as facilitators. But at the same time, we were also holding the possibility of this structure is for something that we don't know exactly how it's going to unfold. What is going to emerge from this process? That was also our own saying yes to the inquiry.
Kathia created a soul collage, and she created it so that there was a template that you put over the collage that has a circle, which means some parts of what you put together will be hidden. Mm-hmm. And it became yet another metaphor for this. There's something whole, but we have to find what we have frames. And so when you put the frame over it, something is revealed more fully and something is hidden. And that theme could be carried through the activities. In the group itself, I think what people referenced as what was powerful for them was a sense of unity that encompassed the diversity. So we had 17 people, we had 7 different countries, we had an age range of 30 to 80. We had individuals who might have been comfortable being called witches, and others who might have been comfortable being called Catholic sisters. We had groups coming from therapeutic communities, from facilitators who were looking for finding new ways to allow groups to work with emergent. We had so many different angles, yet there was something that had been built, I think, even before people showed up. And my guess is that what Kathia refers to as people responded from their heart, that they wanted to come to this, is that in their own way, in their own settings, they wanted to feel there could be a greater sense that we belong to each other. What was common was we feel called to care about the world and each other. And we want to have an experience where that's possible. And we're willing to risk coming to something that no one gave us an agenda for what was going to happen. No one outlined the 3 things we would get out of it by participating. So the people who came with an existing sense of courage and curiosity. And I think that was sensed. And I think people in that residence that there was a common destination they all were seeking. There was an incredible sense of we have each other's back.